Ladies and gentlemen, I have successfully found a way to split myself in twain. Thank fucking God. These videos will now take place in my brain, the way it should have been in the first place. Let me introduce myself. I am the angel of the damned, protector of the broken. I am the attractive one of this duo, also a little bit crazy, a little irrational, a little emotional, a bit of a psychopath. Really. You see, I'm kind of quick to violence, and I'm also extremely fucking dangerous. That about sums me up. Now let's get over to boring McBoring nuts. In Syria, you have multiple factions fighting for control. You have ISIS, which stands for the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, better known as ISIL. Now the L in that instance stands for the Levant. Now the Levant is a geographical location, also known as Greater Syria. They also go by Daesh. That is an Arabic acronym mostly used by the Kurds. Now there are other factions. You have the Al-Nusra Front. You have the Syrian Democratic Forces. You have the Free Syrian Army. Then you have the Assad regime, and they do things like they pay mercenaries, known as the Shabiha. Now the Shabiha are brutal. They will go out and they will kill Sunni women and children. They will put Tell us more about yourself, Kevin. What are your likes? What are your dislikes? Also, this is Princess. Princess and I have been best friends forever. And you see, I cut off her left thumb just to kind of match mine because I didn't want to feel alone. Now, did I, Princess? Please don't kill me while I sleep. Oh, God. Oh, look at the skin she's showing. Oh, you slut. Whoa, were you just gonna keep talking or something? Are you doing a fucking monologue? Wow, he is so incredibly fucking boring. I convinced him to come out to a club with me the other night. This girl comes up to him. Do you think he got her number? Nope, instead, he ended up talking about like money and politics or some shit like that, which, as you know, gets all the bitches wet. I mean, I had to literally get a mop to clean up all that pussy. I was not trying to pick up women. You told me we were going to a peace conference, a place where we could learn because knowledge is the cure-all for any disease. Your hedonistic lifestyle does not concern me. And I wasn't speaking of money in politics. I was speaking of Keynesian economics versus classical economics, in the sense that the laissez-faire model is more of a long-term solution. However, it only serves the interests of the business owner. So the best way to reach economic purity are that which is... No, dude, whoa, hey. You're just like full on all the time, aren't you? I'm gonna need you to find the off switch, maybe dial the intensity down to like a 3, a 3.5, because no one fucking cares about any of that shit at all. Not a person, not on this earth at least. So what you're gonna do is just shut the fuck up and we're gonna talk about something more important. Cue the intro. KevinTThoms. Kevin gets to pick the music, and I get to pick the video. Dad says I'm an excellent driver. So today, we're gonna talk about Black Lives Matter. That is a distraction, and you know it. It is a tactic used by governments since the beginning of time. They make the populations hate each other. They segregate them, push them over here, make them question each other, make them think that they are the enemies. That way they do not question their kings and queens. They do not question their government. That way the government can get along uninterrupted. If civil disruption looks like it's a problem, then no one looks outside of the country. What are we doing outside of the country? No one really knows. Why would they? Because you have some people holding up signs. That is a fucking distraction, therefore it is irrelevant. Look, Kevy, Kevlar, Kevski, bro, I get it, and I feel for you. Look, if it were up to you, I know that you were drone on for countless fucking hours about this shit that has no relevance to anyone's life, and I get that you would wake me up at 3 in the morning thinking about this shit that doesn't matter to me. But it's just that I kinda told people on Facebook that I would talk about the things that they wanted to talk about. And do you think that anyone sent a video like on Syria? Because no one fucking cares about that shit. No one really wants to know what's happening in the real world. These air quotations, I don't understand how they work, but I'm just fucking throwing them in there at this point. It's like this, Kev. Look, bro, it's like this. I got a fucking deal for you. Okay, if you discuss Black Lives Matter with me tonight, guess what you can do? You can edit all the fucking Wikipedia pages on this earth, okay? And it will be uninterrupted by hours of my rape porn. porn. All right? That sounds like a pretty good deal, if you ask me. So you're telling me you'll go an entire night without crazy shit, without bringing me to the river at midnight to swim naked with some girl you met at a bar. You're telling me you won't get drunk until you pass out. You won't shoot a pistol out of a moving car. You're telling me you'll go an entire night without that. Is it possible? Look, I fucking promise, brah. Scouts fucking honor, you know? Or whatever they do with their fucking hands, man. All right, you crazy fuck, you've got a deal. Beautiful. I love you, you bald-headed faggot. Now let's get to the video that Andrew sent.
The system that you created, Danny, the system that you created. And when people are poor, Danny, they create crime. Just like if you put a tiny piece of cheese with a bunch of mice, those mice are gonna fight each other for that tiny piece of cheese. So if you create a capitalistic parasitic system with a bunch of black African people in America and make sure that there's only a few dollars of access to them, they're going to fight for that little piece of the dollar that you give them or create criminal economic ways to get to that dollar. Do you understand that, Danny? Do you understand that, Danny? You have to understand that, Danny, because when white people were poor in America, y'all resorted to cannibalism, okay? But Africans are not going to do that because that is not Afrikaan, that is European, understand? And black on black crime makes white people a lot of money.
Okay, first off, can we maybe say fucking Chris Tucker, doppelganger? Let's see that side by side.
Kobe, my man. I have no fire. I have no matches. I see you have any matches? I have no matches. I saw smoking. If I knew, Father, you smoke? We need some matches. We need some fire. We gonna die. Yes! What's wrong with you? What you screaming for? Every 5 minutes there's something, a bomb or something. I'm leaving.
God damn, the resemblance is striking. We shall name this Pokemon Chocolate River. Now, Kevin, say something intelligent to counter that quip. Look, I'm just gonna stand here. You go ahead and make an ass of yourself. You do a pretty good job at it. Oh, no, I get it. Not a problem. I'm just gonna take a look at this. Oh, is that a man or a woman? You know, you can never tell nowadays. You gotta take a look at the downstairs. And just, yup, my suspicions were correct. Oh, come on, what is wrong with you? Okay, just play the video again, all right?
When people are poor, Danny, they create crime. Just like if you put a tiny piece of cheese with a bunch of mice, those mice are gonna fight each other for that tiny piece of cheese. So if you create a capitalistic parasitic system with a bunch of black African people in America and make sure that there's only a few dollars of access to them, they're going to fight for that little piece of the dollar that you give them or create criminal economic ways to get to that dollar. Do you understand?
All right, let's have a conversation. You just said that black people are like rodents. Rodents, as you know, are animals. They are not self-aware. They lack reasoning skills. A rodent does not sit there and go, look at this cheese I found. Oh, don't tell anybody about the cheese. The cheese is mine. I love this cheese. It is Swiss cheese. It is such a good cheese. But wait a minute. Maybe I should think a little bit about this. Tell me what to think. Oh, what if I give a little piece of cheese to everybody? And everybody has food because they are my family. They are my friends. They are also mice. They are like me. Oh, better idea. Maybe all the mice should work together. And we should get out of this mouse maze. Maybe we should go to the refrigerator. The refrigerator may have a block of cheese, and in that block of cheese, there may be monster cheese that is delicious also. It is my favorite. No, you see, mice don't do that. They lack the reasoning skills to do that. Black people don't. You know what's worse is you're saying that an instinct of black people is to kill and sell drugs. Mice don't do that. What's wrong with black people? That's what you're saying, you fucking idiot. And what's worse is you're saying, hey, it's a white person problem. It's their fault. Great idea. Alienate a fucking race. Perfect. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna ask for reparations maybe? Oh, such a fucking smart idea. And then we're gonna segregate the races. Great, we have the Hispanics, the Asians, the blacks, the whites. Oh, segregated by religion too. Such a fucking smart idea. Because they're all different, right? They're all the problem and you are superior. Your struggle is real. You don't fucking know struggle because you talk about this bullshit. Oh, it's so fucking hard. Because instead of working together with people and figuring out what's actually going on in the world, you're looking at civil disruption. Great idea. You know what we should do? The left side should talk about black on black crime. Oh, no, they can't. Oh, no, that sounds racist if the left side says, great idea, blame white people. Oh, but then the right side comes out, are you blaming us? But look at all of your poverty, black people. Look at all your crime. It is your fault. You are animals. Oh, fuck them. Instead of someone coming out in the middle and saying, hey, let's look at these communities. It looks like there's a little bit of poverty here, and poverty correlates to crime statistically. Maybe we should help the communities, regardless, black, white, Hispanic, anything. We should just help people. That's such a bad idea, though. You know what's a better idea? A fucking race war. Let's go out into the streets and shoot each other. Just, oh my God, so fucking wild west in this bitch. Let's just fucking kill everyone. Good idea? Burn your cities, riot, steal a TV, stick it to the man, you're fucking good. And then what do you do when you're sitting in there? The religious sit there and they pray. Oh God, bring rapture and kill all these sinners. Although I have done nothing to help people, I want them to burn in the fires because I have seen fire and I have done nothing. But God, I want to sit at the right hand of you and I want to live in paradise while I do nothing to help the human race that you created. Such a good idea, religious people. Fuck. Oh my God, we're on a roll, aren't we? Because I've seen this world go from chaos to order to chaos. And you just keep fucking going. You won't stop. Why don't you come together for fucking once? Wow, that sounded really clever. I knew I kept you around for a reason. So what you're trying to say is black people aren't actually mice. Oh no, I know they're not. I was just checking. So the solution you're saying, is it this?
Better question, Danny. Better question. Since you now know, Danny, that poor people create crime, and you as a white person, you really want to stop black on black crime. When black on black crime happens, Danny, why don't I hear white people talking about reparations? Because if black people got reparations, there'd be no reason for us to do crime. There'd be no reason for us to sell drugs. There'd be no reason for us to rob each other. Danny, that's the real question. When black on black crime happens, why don't you hear white people talking about reparations? Because you're a parasite, girl. Because you're a parasite.
No, that is the opposite of what I said. You want to see something? You want to talk about reparations? What I did to you? Let me show you something. You see that? Do you see that? That is the same as what you have inside of you. We are the same, and you're asking me for reparations for what I did to you? I did nothing to you, and you're asking for that, although we are all part of the human race. Why not try to actually help a community instead of talking about black and white and Hispanic and Asian? Why don't you actually try to fucking get off your ass and do something? Look, just stop talking like that. Explain it clearly to these people. I have to return some videotapes. What are you talking about? You cannot leave without me. It is physically impossible. No, I get how that works. I understand. What I'm gonna do then is I'm just gonna go play ping pong with one of the other versions of us in the back, in the recess of our mind. You just go on, bro. You don't need me to fucking babysit you. Just think about being balls deep in all those Wikipedia pages tonight. Ugh, I'm getting aroused just thinking about it. Maybe we can do citations. Fine, just go. I don't want you here anyway. I'm in the mood to make this video now. Watch this.
I'm on my way.
Take on what's ahead. The 2016 Nissan Altima.
Look, my ping pong stroke is way the fuck off with you doing crazy shit like that out here. Are you selling out on us? Just pay attention. What did we just watch? Car commercial, right? Well, you know it's a car commercial because you've seen enough of them. You know how it is. At the end they put a little banner up. But think about it. There were no specifications in that commercial. It didn't say what was under the hood. How do you know that there's some lettuce under the hood? Just a bunch of lettuce. How would you ever know that? You don't. How do you know the car exceeds 25 miles an hour? How do you know if it's petrol or electric? How do you know where to buy it? How do you know anything about it? And if you didn't know, you might even think, hey, that's a jewelry commercial. Look at that. Oh, that's a phone commercial. But you know it's a car commercial. Now, they aren't selling a product in that commercial. You know that because there were no specifications. You know nothing about a car. So what were they selling? They were selling an emotion, because the smartest salesman in the world will tell you that people buy with emotion and justify with logic. So the emotion in that was a material love of material, a simplistic approach to happiness. Look at him. He's got the ring, he's got the girl, they're gonna get married, the phone, the car, the clothes. Boy's doing good for himself. God, I want to be him. So it's an emotion that makes you want to buy it. But it's not a deep emotion, not a very deep emotion. It's not gonna make you stand on street corners holding up signs. It's not a deep enough emotion to tell you it solves your problems. Not a deep enough emotion to blame a race. This is a different type of commercial.
A fight with school administration.
I called my father down to the office and we spoke with the principal, and the principal clearly told us that it's always going to be what the majority wants.
And apparently the majority doesn't want these black students wearing t-shirts that proclaim Black Lives Matter.
I was told to go to the office and that I had to take the shirt off or I had to go home.
This all started when Mariah Havard wore a BLM shirt 2 weeks ago and says a white student picked an argument.
He said that my shirt didn't matter and that black lives don't matter, and I thought that he was completely wrong. And I tried my best to tell him that black lives do matter.
Since then, the students say they've been threatened and bullied. We even saw some of the anger boil over on the street.
Oh my God, what did we just watch? An emotion being sold. Well, I counted 12 or 13 students if you stop the camera at the right point, and they were saying that they were Buckeye students. That's Ohio, but yet it said Arizona in the corner of the screen. It's national news? Holy shit! That means it's global news. That means that everyone is watching 12 or 13 high school students walk out of class. And so that's evoking an emotion in you. The white people are like, they can't follow rules, and they're just blaming all the white people. And the black people are like, fight the system, you gotta revolt, man. 12 or 13, 15, 16-year-olds are gonna dictate your emotions, you weak fuckers. So then what does the media do? They play it over and over, and then hey, everyone thinks it's a problem. Oh my God, the world thinks it's a problem. Such a good fucking plan to make you ignore what's really going on. Look, I'm sorry to interrupt, but are you going to get to the fucking point? Why would the media try to sell intolerance and civil disruption and shit? Okay, fine. How about this? Do you know where one of our drones attacked last week? Last week, I actually tried to learn how to knit. Get the fuck out of here. Because I wanted to knit a princess a dominatrix suit, okay? Not for me, but for the other lesbian dolls that I might accumulate at some point in time. I've got to be tolerant. Stop it with the crazy shit. Do you know where one of our drones attacked the week before that? Do you know what the presidential candidates' views on educational reform are? Do you understand what their views are on economic change? Do you understand anything about what's going on? No! Because we gotta worry about Black Lives Matter, immigration, gun control, holy shit! I don't quite know what I was doing 2 weeks ago. I don't really even know what I was doing at the beginning of this video. Pretty sure I was fully clothed though. The point is that it's a wall of illusion. A status quo must be met. Look at the presidential candidates. Oh, you have Hillary Clinton. She stands for tolerance and equality. She's a woman. I'm with her because she will help out the minority. She's kind of a minority because she's a woman, so she understands feminism, Black Lives Matter. She gets it. I'm gonna vote for her. Such a good idea. And then Donald Trump comes out. I believe law and order, and I'm gonna make America great again. I'm gonna build a wall across the bottom of the country to prevent the Mexicans from coming in. There's already a fucking wall, you moron, but okay, no. You're gonna build some bricks, make it bigger so they can't get in. Cool, but you built your presidential platform on that, you fucking moron. And then what else is he gonna do? I'm gonna ban the Muslims. I'm gonna break the Second Amendment, but I love the First Amendment. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but fuck it. He was gonna make America great again. Gotta vote for him. Gotta vote for him because I hate Hillary Clinton. No, gotta vote for Donald Trump because I hate that bitch. And then I gotta vote for Hillary Clinton because I hate that fucker. She's just a racist Nazi. So that's what happens, because no one in the middle comes out and says, there's actually real shit going on, and we're ignoring it all because we're too focused on bullshit. Because look at all the problems in this country and most countries. It's based on identity. It's marketing. You have race problems, gender problems, immigration problems, religion problems. That is identity things. Those are things that people always fight about, instead of realizing, hey, we're the fucking human race and we can actually join together as a country. I mean, let's think about it. Let's see by math. There are 100 senators. There are 435 representatives. There's one president. By my count, that's 536. There are 320 fucking million of us. And we're gonna say, hey, look at us, save us. Your candidates are gonna save us. This one person's gonna save us because we can't work together and make it a better fucking country. It's not our job. It's theirs. That one person, those 536 people are gonna make all the rules and they're gonna tell us what the fuck to do. Good fucking plan to destroy a country. Wow, that's pretty heavy, Kevin. No offense either, but you kind of look like a child molester with that hat on, just saying. Right, of course, glad I got through to you. You're on a fucking roll, man. Don't let me stop you. Just, oh God. Oh, that's really fucking sharp. Oh, razor. Ooh, yeah. God damn. Copper. Do you know what the difference between races actually is? Don't get mad at me, but is it that black people are mice? No, it is not that black people are mice. It is this. This is the difference. That big, beautiful ball of 72% hydrogen gas. That is the reason. And that fucker pumps out some serious shit. It's called radiation. It also pumps out vitamin D. Now, we need vitamin D to survive because it also helps promote calcium absorption in the intestines. Fun fact to know, because we need that fucker to live too. So, the human race starts out in Africa, near the equator. Well, there's a lot of sun, and that fucker is pumping out radiation. We're gonna die if we're too light-skinned, so they're dark-skinned. There's a reason for that. And the dark skin is a natural sunblock against the harmful radiation. And since there's an abundance of sun, they're also getting their vitamin D. But then people start migrating north. What happens then? Well, they say there's a couple arguments. One, there's an ice age. Well, there's also not as much of abundance of a sun the closer you go north. So they need lighter skin because the lighter skin will absorb that vitamin D easier. And there's not as much sun and we will die without the vitamin D. Makes sense. The other argument is our diet changed. We didn't have as much vitamin D in our diet, so we need it from the sun. They say it takes 16 generations to go from black to white. There is an evolutionary advantage to being white further north and being black near the equator. It makes fucking sense, but no. You don't care about biology. You want to separate the races. We want to turn them all into cultures, and we need to fight all of them. We need to all fight each other. We need to say, we're superior. No, we're superior. We're the victim. No, you're the victim. You're to blame. No, you're to blame. Instead of actually trying to get out of a bad situation, you want to do the whole give a man a fish and he will eat for a day. You don't want to teach the person to fish so they eat for life. So think about it. I live in Detroit, 85% black. You're saying to those 15% people that aren't black, well, fuck you. You don't get any money. You don't get anything because you're pieces of shit because you're different colors. So let's think about it. This city is the first Western city in the world to declare bankruptcy. Our own mayor went to prison for corruption. So what do you do in a city like this? You just give money to the black people? That'll fix everything, will it? What about bringing commerce back to the city because we outsourced everything to other countries and slave labor? That would make more sense, but that's not what you want. You just want to give handouts. You want to blame the white race instead of coming together as a people. You want to be hateful. Martin Luther King said that you should judge a man on the content of his character and not the color of his skin. But you don't give a fuck about that because you want to play the blame game. You don't care about the human race. You care about the black race because that is what you are so proud of. You're so proud of that, and I can't be proud of my race. But you know what? To be fair, I'm not proud of my race. I don't give a fuck about my race. I don't give a shit about your race or anyone's race. I only care that the human population corruption may work together one day. That's the hope that I have, that people will get better. But you don't want that, you fucker. You want to separate people. You want to say, we are superior, you are inferior. That's what you want. And on the other side, they want the same fucking thing. White race is superior, black race is inferior. Look at all the crime, and that's what you're perpetuating because you are a fucking slave to the media. That's what you are to politics, corruption. That's what you're a slave to because you're too fucking stupid to understand that this life is about everyone. We weren't born hateful. We don't need to fucking die that way. Fantastic. That is so good. That is so fucking good. You didn't even hear a word I said, did you? Black people are mice. Got it. Okay, what we're gonna do then is we're gonna get to the best captions from last video's picture.
Please, please, do not push the button. You have no idea what it...
Alright, try to think of a caption for this one. Look at that! I just made a fucking video. Go me. You said tonight there would be no more rape porn. What the fuck? No, this is completely different. This is just, like, non-consensual. I've got a problem, okay?